Thank you so much for stopping in. As you know, or maybe you don't know, I am a conscious trance channeler, and I do it through automatic writing. So I have a question, or universe just comes in and wants to give you a message. So I transcribe it and then I read it to you through these videos. Lately, I know I haven't been doing where I'm recording myself reading it. I'm just reading it and it's just an audio with a cover page for you. And that's primarily because with my schedule, when I have an opportunity to record, I take it and I don't have to do all the setup and everything. So today, the video or the transmission I have today, before I start, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. The transmission I have for you today is kind of long, so just hang in there till the end, because it is there's different points that universe is guiding us through. This transmission is either a confirmation for someone who already knows this, or it is advice for someone who is looking for more direction. This is the transmission I have for you today. You are at a place in your spiritual journey that has reached a critical crossroads for you. The crossroad? You cannot avoid the next step, and you cannot avoid the healing to get to the next step. To advance, you need to heal a vital blocking point. To presume you will advance spiritually without the healing necessary needs to be revisited. Your spiritual development journey requires both healing and enlightenment. You cannot cut corners. As you go through your spiritual journey, your journey uncovers various healings that is required for you to move along and spiritually advance. The healing are unique to you based on residual energy you have brought forward to now that is restricting or blocking your own spiritual level. Learning from your spiritual journey is necessary, and healing old doctrinations and old wounds is necessary for you right now. I'm going to repeat that. Learning from your spiritual journey is necessary, and healing old indoctrinations and old wounds is necessary for you right now. You are to differentiate the journey you are on. You are to differentiate the journey you are on. You can be on a journey of accumulating information. You can be on a journey of seeking knowledge. You can be on a journey of dogma simultaneously, along with being on your spiritual journey. Your spiritual journey is different from the others. A spiritual journey happens within your vessel or within yourself that creates an adjustment to your own energy field as you absorb the information, the knowledge, and the beliefs and teachings you have accumulated, and making it your energy throughout your spiritual journey. The gathering is the process outside of self, incorporating what you have gathered into your soul growth is spiritual journey. This message is a reminder for some who already know this. This message is advice for some who are looking for more direction. If you are experiencing a slowness in your advancing movements, old patterns or old behaviors or old fears or past restrictive energy. If you are aware of them or not, if you're aware of them or not, need to be healed for you to take the next advancing step. Your spiritual journey is filled with learning and adjustments. That is the exciting part that creates a healed clearance and clears your path for a continued journey. You may have thought you were on your spiritual path without understanding that you adjust all the time, which requires additional initiation to your path. If you leave out the adjustment and only focus on the learning, gathering, and accumulating, you have ultimate stagnation, which creates the frustrations, creates the slowdowns, and the need for more direction from outside sources. Stagnation. Excuse me. Now, we do not intend to make a suggestion that you are in a stagnation. You are ultimately getting to the core source of your soul being, to understand who and what you are. This process is how you recognize a spiritual journey that is distinguished from a journey of dogma and from a journey of gathering information, techniques, and knowledge before the energy is absorbed as one within. The process should enlighten, not be a frustration. If it is a frustration, you have work to do to clear it. There are many, many levels to your journey. You may have thought you are on your spiritual path. By recognizing the difference of journeys and of frustration, by recognizing, we say, in a synchronicity of events going your way, you will have the epiphany that the process is a cycle and it is for your benefit. In this allowance, the initiation to your spiritual journey has just begun. You didn't realize you were not quite on your spiritual path because you have been clinging tightly to a pre-described path of gathering, not absorbing, not being. This is a message of reminder for some who already know this, or as advice for some who are looking for more direction. You may have thought your spiritual path had ascended greatly. Yes, it has, yet a synchronistic event will cause you to realize you have come to a crossroads and have accomplished a spiritual level you have not recognized, leading you to understand the self-work and study is where your initiation begins. Your self-work has and is paying off. And now you truly know your next step, and you truly know where your healing is required, so you can gently continue along your journey. Your journey is ever moving and constantly adjusting. You are reminded to transfer your activities from accumulating to actually being for true advancement in your spiritual journey. This leads you to furtherance of your path and gives you satisfaction and contentment along your journey, while also leading you to a new course opening up for you to explore. Remember the cycle. Remember, you have many levels to your journey. Remember the many journeys you are on simultaneously. In the cycle, there is exploring, there is curiosity, there is gathering, and there is initiation. The cycle continues to realization and to absorbing, actuating the knowledge into being, all happening on each one of the layers of journeys you are on. The journey of accumulation, accumulating information, the journey through dogma, and the journey of seeking knowledge, each eventually absorbed into one, your being. Now, for either those who are ready or who are now, for either those who already, or if you are looking for more direction, transfer your efforts from gathering to being. Conceptualize the many layers of your journey, of the many layers of journeys you are on. Each layer is at a different point. It is time that you recognize where healing is required. This you determine from your fears, your hesitations, your agitations, and the lies you tell yourself. You must understand you are dealing with both dark energy and light energy. This builds your path and it builds your discernment. You must understand both dark, shadow, and light. Recognition of each lets you either change something or embrace something, getting to understand how you begin to alchemize. You also begin to acknowledge you have a consciousness, a subconsciousness, and you have a superconsciousness. This is complex, yet simple. You are gaining aptitude and awareness to layers of journey in acknowledgement of superconsciousness. When you are called to benevolently do something outside your comfort zone, when you are called to benevolently do something outside your comfort zone, and you can trust your superconsciousness. When you are new to the spiritual journey, you are so focused on your journey that you cannot see past the fears to see your higher self and your higher abilities. As you open to changes and acknowledgement, conflict will surface that indicate where your healing is necessary and where your growth is imminent. When you accept and flow with your new energetics, you realize not to fear. It is for finding satisfaction. This leads you away from fear and further on your spiritual journey. That is where it ended. So that's the end of the message that we have for you today. There's a lot of things to kind of unpack in this one. I don't usually use that word very often, is unpacking, but there are a lot of specific points to this message. So as you look at this video from the context of that, either it is a confirmation for some of you who already know this, or it is advice. So it's either confirmation or it is advice for someone who is looking for more direction. When you look at this transmission, from that point of view, it becomes very clear. Part of it is talking to those of you who know this, and they're giving you a little more encouragement towards whatever it is that you pick up from this message. And for those that are looking for some more direction, you can tell the difference. You can tell the difference in this transmission if they're talking as a confirmation to you, or if they're talking to you with advice. There is a lot to this message, and it was very exciting to write. It was a little bit hard to write because it kind of jumped from one to the other, back and forth. But that's okay, because you, as the listener, and by the way, if you've listened this far, you have really benefited from some very specific information that's going to help you. It was a little difficult because it bounced back and forth. And that's how they do it. I mean, it's not just one stream. It was a message that had to address as a confirmation and had to address as advice. Other thing that I want to say is we're reminded that we are on a number of different journeys, all at the same time. So sometimes on your journey, you are acquiring information. On some parts of your journey, you're absorbing what you have learned. In one other parts of your journey, you are becoming aware. And each one of those journeys requires initiation, and then going through all of the whole process of getting to the point where you absorb. And that is something that I kind of feel like that is a kind of not a new concept, but it's new to what the universe is telling us. So some of the frustrations of thinking, oh, I'm on a journey, really is, there's a difference. They're saying there's a difference between a spiritual journey and then a journey of accumulating information, or a journey of, what else did they say? The journey of accumulating, a journey of whatever they said. There's many different levels. So remember that. Remember, we are on a mission for ourselves, not for somebody else. And that our spiritual journey, we call it that, but the spiritual journey is the absorbing the knowledge, not just looking for it, not just seeking it, not just finding it. It's absorbing the information, the knowledge, the directions that we have learned. And we make it for ourselves. We make it into our own energy. Excuse me. That's the difference. There's the difference in where our spiritual journey is and how we get to it. Excuse me so much. Thank you so much for stopping in. Please like my video and stay tuned, because there is a lot more to come.